Hi, everyone. This is Lynn Holmgren, and the neurological based behavior that I'm focusing on is sensory integration dysfunction, also known as sensory processing disorder. Um, One of the ways, and I'm waiting for my thing to change. Come on, there we go. The way sensory integration works, as you'll see here, is information comes in to a student's brain, and then the student's brain has to organize and interpret it, and then they have to react to it. So that's the way things are supposed to work in a perfect world. Unfortunately, some people have a flaw in that process. In other words, the information comes in and they just have no way of processing it. Because of that, they don't feel they can react. There's this, and obviously they can't articulate why, but there's no sense of reaction. And then there's a feeling that you can't protect yourself. And it's a very disconcerting feeling, and so that's why we have some erratic behavior. Some of the symptoms you have of sensory integration dysfunction, you see here on my PowerPoint, easily overwhelmed by excess visual or auditory stimulation, I'll learn to speak, distraction, frustrated, fidgety, or impulsive. They have temper flare ups, they're unable to handle transitions from one subject to the other, and a lack of self control. Another thing that I found, and I'm adding to this, is sometimes they hold their hands over their ears. Things are just too loud, or they can't walk when they hear background noise, or they seem the opposite of that. They seem oblivious within an active environment. Sometimes they prefer to be in the dark. They hesitate going up and down steps. They avoid bright lights. They avoid eye contact, or they stare intensely at people or objects. So it's obviously a very disconcerting situation. One of the several of the things that can be done to help a student organize the classroom and remove the clutter so it's a clean, non-busy, for lack of a better term, atmosphere. Maintain calm in the classroom. Don't have any sudden or loud noises. Have enlarged, simple printed directions on the walls or in an overhead projection. Speak slowly, clearly, and check with students for understanding. Obviously, we should really be checking with all our students for understanding, but making a concerted special effort for a student with sensory integration dysfunction. Stand in front sometimes of a white overhead screen while giving directions. This keeps the distractions down to a minimum. And then calm the child, dim lights, or give bear hugs when appropriate. Obviously, we're not going to be doing this with a student in the classroom, but definitely we can calm and make a child feel more secure. So that is the report I have on my NBB, or neurological based behavior, on integration dysfunction. My references are down here. Obviously, I looked at our textbook, and then I found a really cool website online. Thanks so much for listening.